Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 things we hope to see in The Witcher Season 2.
I claim the tradition as you have. The lore of surprise.
The time of madness and the time of contempt.
For this list, we're looking at arcs that have grown from the seeds sown in Season 1, or moments that we hope to see translated from the novels or the vastly popular video games. Do you agree with our picks? Sound off in the comments. Number 10. More of this world. There's no denying that the world of the Witcher franchise is inspired by our own. When coming up with the ideas for the novels, writer Andrzej Sapkowski drew from his native Poland and European folklore as a basis for world building. But the story of The Witcher is set within an alternative world to our own, specifically on a landmass known as the Continent. The novels have introduced fans to the various countries within, though mostly in the Northern Hemisphere, and the video games have emulated their enigmatic settings as much as possible.
John the Heron!
Yet within the Netflix series, we've only scratched the surface of this world.
That bashes and breaks you and brings you to more. He thrust every elf far back on the shelf.
Hopefully, we'll see the sunshine of Toussaint or the rainy isles of Ard Skellig very soon. Number 9. Triss Galore. The central characters of the franchise don't number that high. Unlike the comparable Game of Thrones, which spawns characters seemingly every 2 minutes, the Witcher series tends to be a bit more conservative. Though for one character, Triss Marigold, it is possible that the showrunners held back a little too much.
Triss Marigold. I serve King Foltest.
Fans of the red-haired sorceress may have felt a little underwhelmed by her appearances in The Witcher's first season. Though we got a significant taste of her power, those who know the franchise well are aware that there is more to her than a sporadic appearance. Who knows? Maybe we'll see the famous romance between her and Geralt bloom in Season 2.
Careful.
Number 8. Novigrad, or close enough. If there's one thing that the video games should be lauded for, it's the incredible feat that CD Projekt Red was able to bring their city settings to life. Of that, none are finer than the bustling capital of Novigrad, which makes its debut in The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. It's often mentioned in the books, but alas, Novigrad, which was based on Amsterdam for the game, and any other city is invariably absent in the first season.
Oh, deepest apologies, Governor. Fetch some metal, you wretch.
The closest we get is Blaviken, which pales in comparison to the metropolis where Geralt spent many an hour hunting men and monsters. Number 7. Kaer Morhen. Kaer Morhen, how we've longed to see your towering splendor, your expansive interior, and the horrifying gardens where boys are either turned into witchers or suffer agonizing deaths. By this point in Geralt's story, the former fortress is largely abandoned, serving as little more than a temporary haven for Witcher mentor Vesemir. Still, with all of its appearances in the books and glimpse in the animated movie, it will be fascinating to see how the Netflix show handles the infamous training ground, where Ciri will inevitably learn how to kill. Here's hoping they nail the architecture. Number 6. Monsters galore. Yes, we know there were monsters in Season 1. Yes, we are aware that the battle with the Striga was epic. But for a show about a mutated human who makes a living with contracts to slay monsters, there wasn't a whole lot of monster slaying going on. Most likely down to budget restrictions, audiences would join Geralt either mid or post-fight. In fact, the show jumped in early with the theme that people can be the real monsters, negating the need for the more traditional.
Thief, skulls he stole, my skulls, ought to dig up his own.
There she is, right on cue.
Yet with an expansive bestiary, it'd be fun to see a few more drowners, Andrega workers, or fiends alongside your typical corrupt king. Number 5. More of that choreography. For the most part, The Witcher pilot was recast and reshot before making it to air. While the reasoning behind a lot of this is unclear, one scene that received a significant facelift was the final fight scene that gives Geralt his Butcher of Blaviken moniker. No one's complaining. The end result is a kinetic powerhouse of swordplay and art signs. Intense, violent, and very much setting the tone for what was to follow. Wolfgang Stegmann handled the choreography for this scene after being brought in by Henry Cavill, who could barely contain himself over the end result. While he won't be returning for Season 2, the swordplay looks to be in good hands with Stegmann's assistant, Thomas Hachikoglu. Number 4. Vesemir.
Geralt, we should stay out of it, just this once.
Although we got a very brief glimpse of him via a vocal cameo during the Season 1 finale, the Elder Witcher and father figure to Geralt has yet to make his debut as we would know him.
Patriots, drinking their 7th round for Temeria, fist starting to itch.
Thus far, we've had a spin-off animated feature centered on a younger Vesemir titled Nightmare of the Wolf.
Witches! On me!
After being a no-show all season, but hinted at on multiple occasions, fans were quick to nominate Mark Hamill for the role, given his place in pop culture and similarity in appearance during the latter Star Wars movies. Instead, the role has gone to Killing Eve actor Kim Bodnia, who already looks like he's made for the part.
It's hard to do when I don't know who I'm protecting. Or what I'm protecting her from.
Number 3. Emperor Amir Var Emreis, also known as the White Flame dancing on the barrows of his enemies. Whatever you want to call him, Ciri's father and Emperor of the mighty Nilfgaard has already appeared in The Witcher. He was the dude with the hedgehog head.
Lioness of Sintra, that I come to claim what is rightfully mine. Pavetta, by the law of surprise.
Cursed at a young age in a revenge act against his father, he regained his human guise with Geralt's assistance, even scoring a marriage to the princess of his dreams. Though, like Ciri's mother assumed dead, fans will know that it's his army that invades Sintra in the pilot episode, setting all stories into motion. Famously voiced by Charles Dance in The Witcher 3, it's a shame that we won't get that particular reprisal anytime soon.
My daughter Cirilla, she's returned, and she's in danger. The Wild Hunt pursues her. You will find her and bring her to me.
Number 2. Super-Ciri. We knew she was powerful, but no one was expecting her to be that powerful. At least not yet, as it takes some training from Yennefer for the OG Ciri to master her magic abilities. It does make sense for audiences to see that the Swallow can achieve great things thanks to her being born a source, having powers as inherited from her mother.
Where's Big's treasure?
Though Ciri has displayed such abilities as Fantasy Sonic Boom,
the time of the white chill and the white light is nigh. The time of madness and the time of contempt.
her in-game version has the power to manipulate time in a variety of handy ways when hunting down monsters. It's unlikely we'll see her learn to harness her power completely in Season 2, but we are at least hoping they give actor Freya Allan a badass moment or two. Before we we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Geralt and Ciri. The Witcher will always have Geralt as its leading man, but much of its content revolves around the father-daughter relationship between the White Wolf and Cirilla. Witchers are infertile by design, and so Geralt never factored in having a child. To end up with an almighty powerful one by invoking the law of surprise may have seemed like the universe kicking him in the dandelion, but it turned out to be a tether to his humanity. So far, they've only shared one embrace, and know little to nothing about each other. But both are spirited, and we cannot wait to see the family dynamic develop, especially when you add Yennefer to the mix.
Who is Yennefer?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.